Those are my brothers. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Peace and you, shalom, shalom. Before we get started, we want to give all honors, praise, and infinite glory to
YAHAWAH,
peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect. Shalom to Akim and Akwarev that's soon in right now. Double honor to apostles and elders at GMS who will teach well, man. This is another various topics, with the brothers from H-Town, the brother from MI, basically bring you up to date with everything that's happening around the globe. And we're going to match it up with scriptures, man. But beautiful times that we in. Most importantly, we towards the end of this thing. We're in that overtime, man. Like I keep saying, the game clock is winding down. Don't try and sub out now, man. You got it, Kings.
I seen a couple articles that I want to grab real quick, but yeah, man, shoot, it's that time. But I'm gonna bring this up real quick. The article we was just looking at, Kings. Speaking on the draft, okay. If a lot of people don't know what's going on, I'm gonna bring up the article and I'll let my brother King Maki just break it down, basically bring you up to speed of what's going down. There you go, right here. I'll bring it up. You can read off King Maki and King Anun.
So it says Russians are protesting and fleeing the country as Putin orders a draft for Ukraine.
And mind you, there's also videos actually showing that there's Ukrainians and Russians are literally trying to fly out, and there's some that already has flying out of Russia and Ukraine because of that mandatory draft that signed. If they haven't signed it, I think it's like 1 million people
who have been fleeing to Finland because Finland's right on the border of Russia. So a lot of them are trying to either flee to Finland, but they're to like be saved or whatever. But a lot of them are actually flying out of the country itself just to avoid that draft, man.
There's actually a script that goes into like that too. How there's people that don't want to fight for Babylon, and that goes into people don't want to fight for America, man. They ain't trying to fight for America. The men today pretty much became as women, as transformers. It's all a joke,
man. Hey, I seen an article earlier talking about the U.S. even doing the draft or something like that.
Yeah, it's a video. Yeah, I actually have the video on my YouTube. The brother from Hope of the Elect God, something like that. They have a representative speaking, and pretty much if you have the ears to hear, this damn devil who's just speaking like a snake. He's just trying to sell it by like, hey, if you join the military, you get housing funding, you get this, you get that, just to catch you slipping in their trap, to send your ass to a war. You ain't gonna get none of those benefits.
Shit.
I actually got a script to match with that too.
Hey, that's how they got that's how the recruiter got us. You gonna get this, you gonna get that, you gonna get this, but hey, by the time we finish going to boot camp, we got orders to go overseas already.
Yeah, they said that right to where I was like, yo, what the fuck? It was not playing.
What scripture you got, but not the Zach?
To go perfectly with what we talking about, Psalms 55 and 21. I think y'all already know where I'm going at too.
You gotta
and it reads, the words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So they're gonna talk you into anything, man. Hey, you doing this for the greater good, this and that, and make it out alive. We'll take care of you. We'll fill your bank account out. We're gonna add a couple more zeros to the back of whatever you got in there.
And it's heavy, man. I was gonna grab that Joel. That's a good
Joel 3:10. They shall beat their prisoners.
I'm gonna grab it for you, King.
Yeah, I thought about that too. We all got the same scripts.
Yeah. You can bring it out, King William.
We're gonna read it all the way down to verse 12.
Con.
Yeah. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare for war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
So what's in China? You know, they preparing, man. They in that huddle. All right, we're gonna do this. Y'all ready? Break.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Just like we brought out yesterday. We said, what did they say in the article? Iran, dang, what did they say yesterday, Joanna? Iran, it's something about the missiles. What is it?
Nuclear missile. It can wipe out. They
it can wipe out a large area now, man.
It can wipe out half of the Middle East and basically all
parts of Europe. Yeah, yeah.
You got it, King. I'm back.
Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord YAHAWASHI.
Okay. You can go to the next one, and then I'll break it down.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I set to judge all the heathen round about.
So what the brother just read from verse 9 all the way 12, our power, YAHAWASHI, is putting the spirit on all these nations to prepare their military, to prepare their defenses, to prepare their nuclear capability system, because they're about to go to war soon. All right. Instead of these nations are putting money into their farmers, right, to grow food and feed their people, they're willing to starve their people just to upgrade their military, because they're about to go to war. It's about to be a nuclear warfare, and these nations are being gathered together to meet up in the Middle East in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, meaning YAHAWASHI, meaning Yahweh's judgment. They're being prepared to fight up just so they can be judged. You're going to have a lot of people in Babylon that's going to get drafted over there too, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Just so YAHAWASHI can crack open that sky on some Independence Day type shit, come with the fathership and all those chariots, and that's when there's going to be that war in heaven, right?
Yo, it's a scripture that just came to mind when you said that, King. I'm gonna grab this real quick. This Isaiah. All right, let me see if I can grab from the Bible. It's Isaiah 13 and 14, and I'm gonna get the King James version first. It says, "It shall be the chase row as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee to his own land." All right. So it's gonna come a time period to where it's gonna get so bad in America, Babylon the Great. See, right now people be like, "Oh, America, you can come here, get the American dream. You can get the white picket fence, the dog, the wife." Man, you can't do that no more. So it's gonna come to the point to where people are going to go back to their own lands. They're going to flee from Babylon. They're going to get all their belongings, all the riches, all their savings, and they're going to go back to their own lands. Okay, because they're going to see that these missiles are going to come to this place, man. They're going to see the destruction. All right. I'm going to grab this article before I grab this precept, Salakia Kings. It says Iran unveils missile. Okay, it says it can strike all of Middle East and parts of Europe. Okay, so I had it kind of backwards, Salakia. But literally, this is what the scriptures is talking about. It says Iran reportedly has around 20 types of ballistic missiles, some of them which are copies of missiles developed in North Korea or have origins in Russian and Chinese missiles. All right, let me grab this preset. And when you hear that, King. I'm gonna flip it right to you. Matter of fact, I'll let you read it and then I'll bring up your scripture after you break it down, King.
All right. You still get that one, Jeremiah 54. Okay. But here it says Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So the wars in the ancient time, it used to be up close and personal, like 300 Spartans, gladiators meet up in the field and fight up close with spears, swords, shields. That's why confused noise. You got the shields ramming each other, people grunting and the sound of pain or dying, blood all over, the bloodbath. But the war that World War III. It's going to be a war with burning and fuel of fire. Why? Because it's going to be a nuclear war. It's going to be missiles, sending, from one end of the earth to another, like that. Like that was the game, Hey,
I actually had that script ready too.
Russia and Babylon, right? Fucking Putin is like, hey, Babylon, I called B2 and see what's going to hit. Babylon, E4. You're gonna be flying back and forth, man, hitting each other, man.
What's the precept you got, King Mikey? So I can put it up. I was trying to find that picture with the missiles shooting everywhere. But
I got that second address.
We got Jeremiah.
You said Jeremiah?
Chapter 50, verse 14.
And I got you next, King Maki. King Manatazar. All right, here you go, King.
Jeremiah 50 and 14.
What do you mean? You gotta get it from.
I'm not sure there's a little more to that, but verse 14 came to mind because pretty much these nations are about to empty the clip on Babylon.
Okay, I'll just get to it. That's fine.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. She hath sinned against the Lord Yahawah, Bahashem YAHAWASHI. So all these nations that has nuclear capability, that spirit is being put onto them to set their arrows, their missiles towards Babylon. Because at some point, those 200 million missiles are going to eventually make its way over here and actually hit up Babylon. Now one ICBM, now one nuke is going to be spared. Every one of them is going to be used upon Babylon.
Yep. And these devils, they have many nukes. They got the Mobite nuke. They got the Satan 1, the Satan 2. What other nuclear missiles they got?
Bro, they just came out with one it can surpass the fucking hypersonic missile, man.
It can beat the speed of sound like 17 times, I think. Something
along that. It's literally beyond that crap. Literally, that hypersonic missile goes like 15,000 miles per hour, but the new one they made goes above that shit. It's undetectable, bro.
They saving those for the. Hey, if y'all think about it, they saving those for the chariots because they know they can't catch them.
They ain't gonna be able to even touch him, bro. Like,
man, let them try and go after the father shit. They gonna shoot everything. Whole artillery.
They gonna lose, man.
You want me to bring this out real quick, King, or you want to keep going with the
I want to grab that. What was it? Second address?
Yeah, second address 16 and 13.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fire precept. Yep, you got it, King.
It reads, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's exactly what we approach, man. Yeah, they blood have to come out and Jacob's trouble. A whole lot of smoke, a whole lot of firepower.
And that's how you know it's about to be heavy out here. I got one to follow with. Unless you got one, King.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I'm gonna grab it real quick. I'm gonna just read it off. This is 2 Peter 3:10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Boom! Those nuclear missiles, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The elements, the very elements, hydrogen, oxygen. These different carbon. All these different things are going to burn up instantly. It says the earth also and the works that therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, everything you see, these different houses, the malls, these different statues, everything is going to be dissolved via these chariots, laser beams, and these nuclear missiles. It says, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay, it says, looking for and hastening to. Okay, we're hastening toward this day. We're looking forward to it. It says, until the coming of the day of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, where the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements melt with fervent heat, man. Okay? So literally, it's going to be so hot with these different missiles that's going to hit this place that it's going to literally, basically, it's going to dissolve the different elements, man. What precept you got? My bad, King.
Oh, Khan. So this is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Ooh, I knew it was gonna start getting deeper.
God, the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And that day that cometh, that cometh, shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
And that's what you wanted read earlier, how we said every element shall be burnt. Is paraphrasing, because what? It says towards the very ending right here, it says that it shall leave neither root or branch. Everything's gonna be destroyed here. The concrete, everything. Literally burning sulfur, right? Is it burning sulfur? Yeah. It can literally melt concrete. The fucking tapa for the fucking sewage. That's gonna melt.
Yeah, the metal, the steel thing.
The steel shit for the sewage. That's gonna melt.
The pipes that's underground. All this stuff gotta go, man. You think we're gonna have pipes?
Hell? Oh, you don't see hell in that lake of fire.
Hey, I got two scriptures. This is Matthew 24:2, and it says, Yahawashi said unto them, see not all these things, man. You see all these different things, these cars, all the money, the ATM machines, the different storehouses. It says, verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall be thrown down, man. All right.
Everything's being hakkad. Hakkad.
Now I got one more, man, and it's the one to go with all the stuff that my brothers are saying. Man, you better get right with YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, or this is gonna be you. If you take that MOTB, that Karagma, that chip, hey, this is gonna be you, man. All right. This is Zechariah 14:12. You want to read it, King Manatazak?
God, you know it. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord YAHAWASHI Yahawashi will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. It's like Sarah Connor, man.
Yeah. But look like actual mannequins melting.
Yep.
I got a script on hold too. It's actually the chapter before. It's Zechariah 13:8.
That's a fire precept, King. I'm trying to
and it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, 2 parts, meaning 2/3, therein shall be cut off and die. So 2/3, 66% of our own people, Black, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, have to be cut off on this side, man. But the third, that 1/3, and the elect shall be left therein, man. Gonna be saved. Why? Because the loins of the the 2/3 gonna come back through the loins of the elect, man. You know, that's why a lot of women are gonna die, but also a lot of women is gonna be saved because we're gonna need women to bring back the 2/3. Continue to 9, and it reads, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will find them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and we have the names, man, the true names, man, you know, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. So hey, we been get call on Yahweh, and we getting beamed up.
You got a precept, King?
So the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verses 15 and 16.
That's fire. Yep. Bring it out,
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verses 15 through 16. Verse 15. For behold, the Lord YAHAWASHI will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. By fire and by his sword will the Lord YAHAWASHI plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord YAHAWASHI shall be many.
God, by his sword, who he's gonna use? Yahawah, them angels, the chariots, and the elect, man. That's his sword. All spiritual. We don't need to go out there with pumps 12s and freaking Mac 11s and all that. We don't need none of that.
If you want to get an idea of what that sword is, I'm trying to find that scripture. I think it's in Revelation where it says the 200 million missiles, the 200 million arrows.
Oh yeah,
wait, that's in Revelation.
Not break their rank.
But yeah, those. Oh, Joe, is it Joel?
I don't know if it's this one or not. Let me see.
I believe it's in Revelations.
But this is talking about the nuclear missiles though. But I know the one you talking about too, King.
Oh, I found it.
Okay,
I found it too. Revelations 9.
Revelation chapter 9. Yeah.
Yeah, 16. God.
You got it, King.
It's a lock. I already knew what it was.
Now you got him on. Go ahead.
God, and it reads, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. So, hey, man, this place about to get hit with everything, man. And not just a couple missiles here and there. This whole place have to be covered, man.
You got to get the rest of that, man. It's still some more meat on
17. Yeah, I'm about to say I can send. You
got to get 18 too. 18 too.
God, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone. And that goes to show you brimstone is another element too that's in the warheads, because when you break down brimstone, it's sulfur. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone.
That's heavy. You got it, King.
But hey, if a Christian try to paint that, they're gonna actually put a lion head on a horse body riding on man. By these three was the part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths.
So a lot of people gonna die in those nuclear missiles, man. I'm gonna follow up with the precept I got too, King, because it's going to it too. I'm gonna get it from man, it's all fire. Joel 2:1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, man. Warn the people, warn the Israelites, all right, the elect, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Basically letting the people know, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. When people look up in the skies and they see these nuclear missiles come down, People gonna panic. They're gonna lose it. They're gonna be running, trampling over people. It says, for the day of the Lord cometh. The day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI cometh. For it is nigh at hand. That day is happening now. The Russians are doing a draft literally in front of everybody. And nobody's acting like it's a big deal. China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, they all have nuclear missiles that can take out countries, nations. So if you're not trembling, you're not woke, man. What they say, stay woke. A lot of people, they're not woke. This is Joel 2:2, a day of darkness, man. It's going to be a very dark day, man. People are going to be waxing cold, man. All right. And not only the power is going to be out. All right. It says of gloominess. In Jacob's trouble, it's going to be a very dark day. And that day when YAHAWASHI return and when those chariots return, it's going to be a very dark day, man. Very gloomy, very sad. All right. It says a day of clouds. Well, it ain't going to be sad for the elect, you know. It says a day of clouds. All right. A day of the chariots and of thick darkness. Okay. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not ever been their like, neither shall be more after it, even the years of many generations. It says a fire devour before them. See, that fire is coming, those nuclear missiles. And behind them a flame burneth. All right, the Lord's about to leave a lot of people in smoke. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, because directly after this land is perished, hey, it's going to be just beautiful, man. All right. And literally, man, it's going to be like paradise. It said, because that fire is going to be as a cleansing agent. It says that behind them, a desolate wilderness. America, Babylon the Great is just going to be a desert land. It says, yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Nothing's going to be able to escape these nuclear missiles. They can get here in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right. You heard the brother. He said that these things can go twice the sound of light speed. You know what I'm saying? You can't run away from that. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, man. Hey, what Esau say? Horsepower? them nuclear horsepower, man. It says as horsemen, so they shall run. These missiles gonna be just it's gonna be like a heat seeker on brothers, man. All right. If you ain't a part of the elect, it says like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. They gonna be leaping over damn mountains just to hit certain Edomites, just to hit certain 2/3. They're not gonna miss, man. We just read that. It says like the noise of flame of fire, man, that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people sat in battle array. Because these different heathen nations, they all go press the button. They're gonna be like, oh, China hitting it. They're gonna send it. Oh, Russia hitting it. Oh, North Korea hitting it. Even NATO and EU, they're gonna be like, we gotta do it, you know. Joel 2:6, it says, before their face the people shall be much pained. People gonna be afraid when they see them chariots zapping people, lasering them, and directly after all the elect is beamed up and changed, hey, the chariots gonna disappear, and exactly when they disappear, the people gonna be looking around, and then the damn nuclear missile just gonna come. People gonna start running. They're gonna start panicking, but it's gonna be too late, man.
You can't outrun the missiles.
You can't outrun the missiles. It says all faces shall gather blackness. And what happens when you get hit with those missiles? You get that ash, you get that smoke, man. That dark smoke, man. You people about to be as crisp. When you burn something in the oven, what is it? It's a big black ass, a crust, man. It's nothing. You know, you leave a damn chicken nugget in there too long, that mug is black, man. That's how a lot of
you touch it, it start turning into like dust, man. Like it's easy to just break apart.
It says Joel 2:7, they shall run like mighty men. These missiles gonna run like they going to war against you, man. You know, it says they shall climb the wall like men of war, man. You trying to go in a building, you trying to go in the subway station, the missiles gonna follow you, man. It says they shall march everyone his own way. These missiles, they gonna stay on cue. It says they shall not break their ranks. So when they fly together, when you shoot these different nuclear missiles off, they be together, but they're going to be able to split, and they gonna hit each other. They ain't gonna go off and no, it's gonna be a perfection. It's gonna be a perfect target, man. All right. It says Joel 2:8, neither shall one thrust another. Again, they not gonna touch each other. They shall walk everyone his own path. Every missile is gonna be set up for a 2/3, for an Edomite, for an Ishmaelite, for Mobite. All right, Lord's going to have, hey, what they say, bullets don't have a name. Well, these nuclear missiles going to have names on them. Okay, it says, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Woo, man, these nuclear missiles going to get busy, man. All right, man. Let me grab this, and I'm gonna pass it off. It says they shall run to and fro in the city. These missiles gonna be chasing, brother. Oh snap! It says they shall run upon the wall. They're gonna be jumping over walls, over buildings. They're gonna be going underground, getting people, man. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter at the windows like a thief, man. Damn, yo. The missile's gonna come through your window like a thief, man. Damn.
It's gonna be like the skyrockets. You know the skyrockets? You know the little ass skyrockets. You be aiming over here, but that shit fuck around go this way. Shit. Yeah. Ain't no knowing what them skyrockets gonna go and hit.
You gonna be trying to run. Hey, even the chariots is gonna have precise laser beams on the mugs, man. You're not gonna outrun the chariots, man. You're gonna be running down the hallway, right down the alleyway. The chariot just gonna shoot off a little laser beam. It's gonna catch you, man. You know, Jake be like, no lacking, homie. Well, YAHAWASHI is the ultimate Jakes, man, and they ain't gonna be lacking, man. All right.
Call him slipping. I called him slipping.
Call him, man. Hey, and shalom to all the brothers, man. It's hella heat.
Shalom, man.
Yo, that's a fire precept. Somebody please read that. Baba Shah.
God, I could bring it out. Isaiah 34:3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Scripture is so graphic. Scripture is graphic. Oh man.
What that scripture we say
not be scared.
Hey,
that scripture goes in. That scripture goes into how their bodies shall be as dung in the streets. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies out here, and you know when there's shit outside, it stinks.
I like that precept too, where it says they should not lament. Yup.
I got another one to match with that too.
Man, hey, I'm gonna let you grab this, King Maki, and then I'm gonna head out because I gotta leave and stuff. But man, the Water Brothers, I love this, man. This was definitely uplifted. And Shalom to Fisher Hunter too, brother. You got it, King. Bring it up.
So the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25, verse 33, and the slain of the Lord Yahawah, Bashim Yahushai, shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even onto the other end of the earth.
Where you gonna go, man? My bad, King. Where you gonna go, man? You know, Jake be like, I gotta go get a passport. I'm about to go overseas. Where you gonna go, man? You got it. My bad, brother.
And say, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. There's going to be so much chaos going on that ain't no one going to be trying to hold a funeral service for your uncle, for your father, for your mother. Our power is not even going to give you the time to cry over your lost loved ones.
Man,
there's going to be one event after another.
And I got a script to match that perfectly.
You ain't gonna better bury your loved ones. Your loved ones are going to be carcasses for the fowls of the air, the beasts of the land, for the punk Wawas that's going to be out there hungry as hell, chewing on your grandmother's dead toe.
God, I got a perfect script to match up with that.
Hey, I love y'all brothers. I gotta head out though. I love y'all kids.
Shalom.
Watch them.
Dwada King.
Shalom, King.
And this is 2nd Esdras 16:23, and it reads, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. It's like we just said, man, the dead ain't gonna be comforted, man. You know, it's a wrap. Once you gone, you gone, man.
Oh, you have something you want to bring up?
Yeah, I just brought that out.
All right, so I'm gonna get this right quick. Going into the day of the Lord, right? The book of Amos, and you get that one. Okay. So the book of Amos, chapter 5, verses 18 to 20. Woe, destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord YAHAWASHI. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? So you know those who have the zeal about power, but they don't have the zeal of knowledge, right? Like for example, like you know, you say racket Christians, right? You know, they desire the day of the Lord, which you know, really in the back of their mind, they desire a so-called white man to come down from the heavens, right? You know, not knowing that the day of the Lord is very darkness and gloom, is very dreadful. Okay, here's why. Because it says here in verse 18, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So I went into the blue of the Bible for each one, darkness and light. I came across for darkness, misery, death, destruction, sorrow. So the day of the Lord is of what? Death, misery, destruction, sorrow, right? And it says not light. And it also goes into happiness. It also goes into luminaries, meaning, you know, like the moon, the sun, the stars, they give light. All right. So, you know, when those missiles start hitting this place, you know, the smoke from these missiles are going to be rising up so high that it's going to prevent these moons, the stars, and the sun to give it light. All right, it's going to be looking like what do you call it? A winter, nuclear winter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nuclear winter. All right.
Dark winter.
Yeah. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. So you're going to escape from one event just to come across another event. Then you may escape that event just to finally receive your judgment. For example, you get chased by some thugs that wants to rob you. You escape them and come across another group. And this group are a bunch of cannibalism. They want to eat you. So you just left a group of thugs that want to rob you. You escape them, which would really our power allowed you to escape them, just so you can come across that bear. Let's say, you know, a group of cannibalism, you know, they looking at you like, yeah, I want to put this nigga on a meal. All right, I want to put him with a rotisserie chicken. And you run away from them, you come across like a bunker, you know, somewhere to dwell at, thinking that, oh, I escaped. I just escaped 2 events. Damn, I'm guessing the Lord's dealing with me just so a serpent can come out of nowhere and bite you. Right? An actual serpent come out of nowhere and bite you, or a black widow bite you, or someone come out of nowhere and put you in a chokehold, kill you, or something. You're gonna escape one event, just come across another one, then come across another one, just so you can finally receive the judgment. Or perfect example, you made it through all of Jacob's trouble, just so you can caught up in that lake of fire. All right, our power will literally preserve you just for that lake of fire. Verse 20. Shall not the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right, so pretty much, you know, the day of our power is of death, misery, destruction, sorrow. All right, this is the day of the Lord slaying many and delivering those who never read the book of life. Started with the house of David and the remaining of the 1/3. All right.
Now, just to add on top of that, the day of the Lord, right? This is going to get a lot more intense, right? So it said, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verses 14 through 18. Verse 14. That great day of the Lord YAHAWASHI is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord YAHAWASHI. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
So the day of the Lord is actually speeding up. We can see it. Why? Because the days are being shortened for the elect's sake. If not, there will be no flesh to be saved. Like the other scripture says, I think it's in Joel, if I'm mistaken, how shall I make a speedy radiance? Right? He's making this one. Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing it up.
Oh, shit, go ahead. You got it.
Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and great darkness.
They have clouds and great darkness, no? It can be a lot of chariots out here. All right, it's gonna be a lot of chariots out here. You know, also you know, executing judgment for the names of our power, YAHAWASHI.
Verse 16. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither shall, Salakia, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
So it doesn't matter what your 401k looks like, what your credit score looks like, how much money you got in your savings right now. No amount of wealth, no amount of treasures of this world can pay your way out from being judged by Yahawah Yahawashi. You cannot buy your way out from the wrath from Yahawah Yahawashi. There's only one way, and that's one, you're an Israelite, and then two, if you repent. All right, you repent and remain living a lifestyle of serving our power, seeking for salvation. All right.
For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land.
Yep. He's making a speedy riddance, because if he didn't, you know, we know flesh will be saved, right? So the day shall be shortened for the elect saved. If not, there'll be no flesh to be saved. Paraphrasing. All right. There's already reports how the fastest day was like what, 23 point something hours?
Yeah, 23 hours and like 52 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's like by the time you wake up, brush your teeth, wash your ass, and do one event of the day, it's already nighttime. Before you know it, you know, you just did Sabbath last night, and all of a sudden it's Sabbath again.
Yep.
Like the day just moves so quick.
Hey, if you think about it, that lets you know that time on this side is bullshit.
Yep. Oh, we always talk about that with the whole time thing. Like, like the way how Esau says like 24 hours a day is 24 hours. Like, nah, that's
bullshit, bro.
The scripture goes into
Yeah.
how he shall wear out the saints, he shall change the times of the seasons. Is paraphrasing. He changed every fucking thing.
And people don't know that the elites don't follow the same calendar as the rest of the world, man. Because they know that what they created was bullshit to keep us on the schedule. That's why they said the whole 24-hour day, because they told you, look, it's only 12 hours in a day, right? That you got to give your job at least 8 to 10. You wouldn't work a job if there was only 12 hours in the day. So they told you it was 24 to trap your mind, man. Because then a follow-up question would be, how many hours is at night, right?
You have any articles you want to bring out at the moment?
I got a script real quick. This goes into the darkness that we were talking about. This is Exodus 10 and 21, and it reads, "And the Lord Yahawah said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt." And you know, Egypt means house of bondage. So you can take this script and you can apply it to today's society, because America is also spiritually called Egypt, that house of bondage, for you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners. And it reads, even darkness was maybe felt. So it's going to be so dark, man, you can't, even if you try to light a flashlight, it's not going to work, man. That darkness literally going to be covering you. You're going to hear, it could be like something small as like a pin dropping. You're going to be scared to death, you know? And that's what's going to happen once them EMPs hit, or a cyber attack, man, because once they take out America's grid, it's a wrap.
For that part where you just read in the book of Exodus chapter 10, I think verse 20, was it 22, 23, which says darkness that may be felt.
21,
Yeah, actually goes, the brother's going to read it of what that darkness that may be felt was going into. And mind you, the scriptures too, and I think the second Eric, if I'm mistaken, how power shall do as to Egypt as previously, as before, meaning he's going to do to Babylon, aka America, as he did to Egypt in the past. Because like you said it earlier, Babylon today is known as spiritually Egypt. All right. So power YAHAWASHI is going to do unto Babylon, aka America today, as he did unto Egypt in the past. And one of those plagues is going to be what? Darkness, right? The plagues of darkness. The darkness that was felt at that time. And the brother's going to read it of what that darkness that was felt was like at that time. And it's going to happen here at this in this modern age, okay?
On a greater scale, though. Yep. You got it. It'll be crazy. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 3. For while they suppose to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and terrified, or slightly troubled, with strange apparitions.
Oh,
You only down to 6, but that strange apparitions, right? Strange apparitions, right? So they were hardly astonished by seeing, ghosts or ghost-like images, phantom spirits. All right, they were actually seeing no spirit. There was probably like what was the movie Sixth Senses. Yep. That little boy was able to see dead people. He was able to see spirits and shit. 13 Ghosts, for an example too. All right,
Verse 4. For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of water falling down surrounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire's might gave them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure the lightning to lighten that horrible night.
So in verse 4, right, they say, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from the fear. So you can go ahead and try to hide in your closet, hide underneath your bed, hide underneath your blanket. You can try to hide somewhere, but that's not going to remove that fear off of you, right? Even people are going to be so afraid that just hearing the sounds of, like, let's say running water drop are going to put fear in them. They're going to be afraid. All right. They say sad visions appear unto them with heavy countenance. All right. And in verse 5, it says, no power of the fire might give them light. So they say, for example, you try to turn on your flashlight, the light that's supposed to come out the lenses is going to seem as if like your flashlight's not even working. You're going to try to light a fucking Jesus Cristo candle or Santa Maria candle. You won't be able to see the fucking lighter the fire of the light radiating that light, that heat.
You're not going to be able to see
the
spark, like yeah. Damn. Yeah. Verse 6. Yeah.
Verse 6. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight saw not.
So the things that they were seeing was much worse than the things that they saw not. All right. So the time we're coming into, the things that people are going to see is going to be terrifying. But now they're going to see strange apparitions. They're going to see monstrous apparitions too.
Yeah, we're going to 14 and 15 real quick.
14 to 15. Yeah, the world is going to really see what demons really look like. All right, the world is going to really see what monsters really look like. All right, you got it.
Jumping down to verses 14 and 15. But they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their hearts failing them, for a sudden fear, and not looked for, came upon them.
So people are going to be so, how like when someone is so afraid that, like, it feels like your body become paralyzed of being so afraid. You just can't move. Like, you want to move, like your mind is like, you want to move, but your body is in shock. It's paralyzed with fear. Okay, and right, it's monstrous apparitions. So monstrous also goes into something hideous, ugly, gruesome, disgusting, malformed. Right, malformed. It says of a person or part of the body abnormally formed. I'm ready to get it. So you're gonna be so when it says we're partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, people are going to be vexed with seeing beings that you know they're going to be looking like things from fucking Dead Space. You know, they're going to be looking like they got like two heads. Their chest is open with teeth, like the movie, the fucking the Thing. Oh yeah, right. You know, the moth form. You know, like maybe one arm is shorter than the other, but one arm is big as hell. They got like 4, 5 legs, right? They're going to be moth form. They're going to
do some Vecna shit out here.
Some Vecna from Stranger Things, right? You have mutant, which say showing the effect of mutation, right? So you're going to be seeing, you're going to be seeing apparitions that look like they're going through a mutation process. Let's say, for example, those that got the thing, right? They may be one of those monstrous apparitions. They're going to be mutating. They're going to be look like they're transforming to something that is like a monster. And it says their heart failing them, meaning they were paralyzed by the souls for a sudden fear and not look for came upon them. So people want to be seeing some crazy shit out here, man. I'm telling you, there's only so much the human imagination can come up with to try to picture these things, but it's actually seeing it, man. I don't know. It's going to be terrifying, though, man.
Ain't seeing is differently, man. And these ain't gonna look like creatures y'all used to on them movies, man. The Most High is gonna definitely get creative.
Hell yeah.
God. Hey, Shalom once again to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Type monster shit. Yeah, he said Cabin in the Woods.
Oh yeah, the movie Cabin in the Woods. You saw all those different types of those. You could look at those as monsters apparition. There was so many different types of them shits.
And they even had a giant spider in one of those rooms.
God.
Hey, Con, but y'all kings got anything else?
Nah, I don't. If you got something.
Let's see what. We can do this out real quick.
You have an article you want to bring up?
This is Psalms 55 and 23. But thou, O power, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction, bloody and deceitful. Men shall not live out their days, but I will trust in thee.
My laptop died on me, so I'm trying to get back into it. Hold on. But if you want Rashad, get that book order, because we're also seeing this very scripture happening right now to speak.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verses 9 through 11. Verses 9. For when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
So that's the book of Luke. The book of Matthew also goes into that too. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 6 to 8. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And we're actually seeing that right now. All right. Constant hits coming across nations are in that spirit of war talk right now. They're threatening each other. They're setting up the troops at different areas, right? The articles constantly talking about war talk. You can go on the news, on TV, hear it too, right? Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Meaning, something tragic, something big. This other events of the prophecy that has to happen before what that third war that come quickly actually happens, right? Right. The end is not immediately. All right. There's other events, prophetic events that have to take place. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation. In the NLT version, as he says, nation will go to war against nation. Paraphrase it, as he says, war. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquake in diverse places. So we're seeing famines, we're seeing shortages, right? Because what those evil hours of famine is, that's mentioned in the book of Ezekiel has been sent out, and it shall increase, right? The shortages is increasing because of what? It's meant to destroy a great number of people, all right? And pestilences, so you got, Esau Edom just dropping out new pestilences like it's a new iPhone. Every day, every week is a new variant, all right? And it says, and earthquakes in diverse places, right? G50, G 4578, seismos, right? So it goes into tempest and shaking. Didn't Mexico not too long ago, the tribe of Issachar just got hit with a really bad earthquake, right? That's the earthquake in different places. Southern Taiwan, Ephraim, right? The tribe of Ephraim, Puerto Rico just got hit with Hurricane Fiona. If I'm not mistaken, I think tribe of Simeon, right? The Dominicans supposed to get hit with that, right? And there's many other, shakings that's taking place in diverse places. And actual things, heavy rainstorm, hailstorm, floodings, right? Is actually happening right now. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we're just in the beginning stage, man.
We're in the beginning. We're in the end days, but this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
If you want, you can get Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. That pretty much backs up earthquakes in diverse places. Isaiah chapter 29 verse 6.
This is Isaiah 29 and verse 6. And it reads, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, YAHAWASHI of hosts, with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So everything, man, from these earthquakes, from these hurricanes, weather is intensing, man. And once these nukes and missiles start getting busy, then you're going to know that fire is real and scriptures was alive this whole time, man. We not just up here reading for fun. We not just up here, these guys into the Bible, No, man. We got called to do this work, man, to show that this is not just a book. This is living,
But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, in California, like this parts of California and I think like the southern part of like that area on the map is still being devoured by that devouring fire, right? If I'm mistaken, it's still a wildfire going on out there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, while that's taking place, there's actual places being visited by the events that you just read in Isaiah. That let us know that we are in those times, man. But I got nothing else to bring out unless you got something to bring out.
Nah. See, hey, we brought a lot out today, Kings. Hey, we definitely went in, man. Hey, shalom once again to everybody that tuned in, man. Hey, getting this milk and this meat, man. Hey, Dwada for the brothers in H-Town doing this lesson, man. And the brother Yawana for putting it together, man. But Abu Ratazah, this was edifying, man. Hey, we almost at we here, but we almost out of here, man. We're here, but we almost out of here. So, hey, before we end this video, once again, we want to give all honors, praises, and infinite glory to
YAHAWAH.
Peace and blessings once again to you, hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Akrev that tuned in. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders who rule well and teach well of GMS, man. You know, we got the 144% truth, you know. Until next time, you know how Warriors for YAHAWASHI like to end their videos with DTA. Kwame Yasharala. Hey, we out of here, Kings. Keep going. Don't take your hands off the plow, man. You don't want to be one of those who just, oh man, you picked it up, then you put it down. The next thing you know, a blackout happened. Then you look up to your house. You say, oh wait. Slow down. You know, you don't want to be that guy get caught lacking, man. You know, hey, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, man. We stay ready, man. You know, but till next time, Shalom, DTA, a Bible ball soon.
And by the way, you know, for those who are new, hey, you know, hey, get ready for tonight. Tonight is Sabbath. You know, hey, so you know, prepare for the Sabbath, rest up. All right.
Shalom.
Shalom.